Holly here. Today I'm going to show you how to join around and knit in the round using the 5 needle method or square method or whatever it's called. So what we've got here is I have cast on some stitches onto one of my needles. This method is easier than the circular needle method, but it is not as flexible as the magic loop method. So what we're going to do first is you can either use 4 or 5 needles. We're going to set one needle aside, that's going to be our working needle, and we're going to split our stitches amongst all the other needles. So I've got 20 stitches here, I've got 4 needles to split it across, so I'm going to put 5 stitches on each needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't like this method as much because it's fiddlier to me and because my stitches constantly fall off my needles, which is frustrating to me because then you end up with dropped stitches. And look, I just had a random stitch come undone on my needle, so that's fantastic. But here we go. Okay, so now we've got our stitches here. What we're going to do is we're going to pick it up, make sure not to twist the stitches. I'm going to grab my working yarn, and I'm going to grab my working needle. So let me get this tail out of the way so that you can see a little bit better. So here we go. We've got like this little square going on. You see how that works? Okay, so I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to try to keep my needles close together. Okay, and I'm going to knit that first stitch with the yarn coming off of the right hand needle. So I knit, 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 knit. So there we go. Now I've got all of my stitches on my working needle and I have a new working needle. So then I switch to the next needle. I arrange myself in the most comfortable fashion I can find, making sure not to twist my stitches, and I begin knitting. So I go knit, 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 knit. Okay, so that's needle number 2. And see, it's just fiddly. So, there we go. Okay, next. Knit, 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 knit. So that's number 3. All right, so we've got one more, and then we're done with our round. Oh, wait, no, that's 4. I did 4. Yes, I did 4. Okay, so now we've done one full round of knitting using the square method or multiple needle method, and you can see our little knit stitches there. So the easiest method for knitting in the round is using just a circular needle. The problem with that is you can't really increase or decrease your stitch count very much. So when you're making something like a hat or socks, you can't get smaller on the toe or the head area. Or if you're making a sleeve where it's very narrow down here and you got to get very large up top, it's hard to change the stitch count. So this method and the magic loop method are more flexible because you can change the number of stitches. As I increase the stitches, my square will just get larger. As I decrease it, it'll just get smaller. Same with the magic loop. What I like about the magic loop method versus this one is a little bit more fiddly because you have these 4 points where you have to adjust things or switch to a new needle, and you have these 4 points where you can create these little ladders where the yarn isn't tight. So because you have a gap right there, you have to make sure to pull the yarn snug when you knit at the next needle. And if you don't, then you'll end up with little gaps at those points. So this has 4 opportunities for that, whereas the magic loop method only has 2 opportunities for that. So this is a good method either way, and it's definitely an option. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. Otherwise, go check out other videos at SultryShoebox.com and have a great day. Blah.